Mr. Alan in the world of toys. Boxings and museums, reviews and reviews. Mr. Alan in the world of toys. Unboxings and museums, reviews and reviews. Mr. Alan in the world of toys. Christmas is already in the book, a recent memory, but every collector wants Christmas every day, and every collector dreams about upcoming new Marvel Select figures, and every collector thinks about upcoming Lord of the Rings, Diamond Select figures, and mini-mates. And Lord of the Rings and Muppets, House of the Dragon, and many other licenses from Diamond Select Toys. And today is the episode number 15. With my dear friend and guest, Zako, he's the only one with 15 episodes on my show. So please welcome to my guest tonight, Zako. Welcome back to the show, my dear friend, Zach. Oh, welcome, my friends.
Thank you for having me back.
You survived the festivity with a lot of foods. I got some weight, but I tried to lose those kilos or pounds. How was your holidays? Which gift you got for Christmas?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I got a lot of socks, which normally people would say, "Oh, I don't want any socks," but I love socks, and I've got a whole bunch of fun pairs with like different stuff on them, the Muppets and AC/DC and different things. And no, I didn't get a lot of toys. Someone sent me right before the holidays. What did they send me? They sent me my friend Bobo Mac. He sent me the Dark Knight Nightmare Batman by McFarlane Toys, the special one with the black and gold, which is very cool. He also sent me a Marvel Legends cable, which was very nice of him. Toy wise, quiet year, but I got a couple nice things. How about you? How was your holidays?
My holidays, speaking of my present, I got some books that I want to read because now as a writer, I try to, I'm working as usual because I did a recap of my 2024 as a writer, and I finished 3 books in 2024, and I did the first draft for other 2. So I wrote a lot. But I try to understand better the market, to understand better how I can do my book proposal. No, and so the better way is try to read something that can be aside to my staff to understand which agent can work and which parts of the market can work for me as well. So I was specific. I did a specific request from especially to my girlfriend and one of her friends, to which I gave a list of books that they need to read, just to do a research on the market to understand, because they want to write something that they like, but also that can work. So find the right balance. And I discovered that I like read also young book novels, thrillers, young book, thriller young adult, and horror young adult books. I like this stuff because the style of the writing is really direct, and it's like It's more similar as a TV series like Netflix and Amazon than a book. So a lot of dialogue, action. I think this kind of style. Speaking of the style of
Mhm.
writing, I think is it match really well about my tendency as a writer. So let's see what will happen in the 2025 about writing, especially not writing because I want to do other books. I want to do writing other book. I will publish it, two books with a small publisher in Italy, but I want to do. I hope to find a new step in my career. Let's see. So it's the presence were a part of this this idea. But speaking of presents, speaking of gift, let's talk about perfect gift. If you know, Christmas is just around the corner, but there is many people with birthday, and every day is a non-birthday like the Mad Hatter. So everybody needs a new gift to celebrate Christmas every day with new figures and with new cool stuff from Demon Toys. So let's start with Mini Mates Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, these are the third set of Dungeons and Dragons mini mates we've done. The beholder there is maybe a little bigger than he's going to be. He's going to be like beholder size, like compared to the figure. So he's going to be like I don't know, like a little bigger than a basketball for one of these guys. But he'll be on a floating stand, so you can have him floating next to the other guys. But this little series is partially inspired by the old Dungeons and Dragons toy line that was by God, I want to say LJN, but I could be wrong about that. And then also some based on the cartoon, the classic 80s cartoon. So yeah, this is I'm a big fan of the mini mates. They're really posable and fun and articulated and interchangeable. And this set in particular, I'm looking forward to. I'm not even a big Dungeons and Dragons guy. I don't even know if I even watched the 80s cartoon, but I think the designs are great and they put a lot of detail into them. And I like anything that
Yeah. I
that
think
classic
that the character works really well for the mini maze style,
yeah.
and also, me too. I'm not big about Dungeons and Dragons. Also, as a board game player, I am today more for HeroQuest, for example. So basically, I discovered Dungeons and Dragons because of Stranger Things, basically. But speaking of character, I like it. I think they work really well in Minimate's world. Do you ever consider, or do you know if there is some chance in the future to do maybe a Diamond Select figure also of Dungeons and Dragons?
Like a posable action figure. I don't think we have any plans for action figures. There's been obviously a couple companies that have done, like the cartoon-based ones. You had Hasbro, and then what's the Super 7, the
NECA,
Ultimate.
NECA, I believe NECA is.
Oh, NECA. Okay. And then you've got right, because they did War Duke and everything. I'm pretty sure there are Ultimates though too. So there's been a couple
Ultimates,
different
yes.
lines. Yeah.
The
So
Ultimates, some retro figures, but not
yeah.
so many characters, just 5 figures.
Yeah.
Some
No, the
very.
Hasbro figures were pretty cool. I think I have one of those. But we are doing more gallery dioramas, I think. We did Venger, and I think we've got another one coming up. I can't remember which one it is. But we are going to do some more Dungeons and Dragons stuff based on the cartoon, but also on the original game. So we're going to do more of those statues, PVC statues.
And speaking, just to stay in the word dragon, just the word, we have another item related with the word dragon is the House of Dragon figure.
Yes. Yeah, this is Sir Kristen Cole. He's one of the Kingsguard from House of the Dragon, the TV series on HBO. A great job. I think these are sculpted by Maytham Tarana, I want to say. The Minimates, I should add, are designed by Barry Bradfield. He does a great job with the whole Minimates line. He designs all of our Minimates and does all the artwork for the covers. But this is, I think, a Maytham Tarana sculpt, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it came out really great. Sir Kristen Cole. This one is going to be previews exclusive, so it's only going to be available to customers who order from Diamond Comics distributors, their previews catalog.
Okay.
So that's pretty much that's a lot of sites. Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth both order from there, but also all your local comic shops usually order from previews as well.
This is really cool. I like the texturing, those details and the armor.
Yeah, yeah.
Really cool. I like also I think it's a double joint knees, but really well done in the shape of the leg. No, also
Yeah, no,
the
they really hit them very well there. Hopefully,
yeah.
he'll be able to do some cool poses. I don't know how restrictive that skirt is going to be, but hopefully, it's flexible enough that he can, get some action poses going on.
The sword will be removable from
Oh
from the
yes, yes, and he'll come with an alternate helmeted head also.
cool. No, I don't know if you have other picture. Yeah, I have some other picture on the other side. You can see better the figure. That's really cool. And this is how many series? This is series two or three of House of
This
Dragon.
is series 3. Series 1 should ship pretty soon. This is series 3. There's only 2 figures in each series, except for this series. The Kristen Cole is the extra exclusive for this series.
Also, he has an alternative ad with the helmet. I see right now. I'm frozen. No, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like I'm frozen, probably.
I can see. You're talking just fine. I can hear you and see you moving around.
I'm all right because every time I do the stream, 1 or 2 times I will be frozen in my stream because of the crappy Italy internet connection.
Oh, okay.
I like this helmet also, this version with the helmet of the head. So it's an alternative head, I believe.
Yes. Alternate head. Yeah. I don't think. I think we did the alternate head. The helmet wouldn't fit right over his hair. He's got the very flowing hair.
Oh, this is
Yeah. This is the full series. This is
okay.
Sir Harold Westerling is the bald one. And he's got a helmeted head too. And then Daemon Targaryen in his royal garb.
So in the series 3, we have 3 figures in this case.
Yes, so the two figures that'll be everywhere, and then one that'll be exclusive to those retailers. But that'll be pretty much everyone. So I wouldn't worry about not being able to get it. You just gotta find the right place to order from.
I think these figures are pretty interesting also for the Lord of the Rings collector because this world is similar, no? It's fantasy, it's armors, it's medieval. I think that match really well for the same. They can have the same type of customers in some way, I think.
Sure, yeah, no, these are definitely great for just generic knights if you need knights for your 7-inch line. These are 1/10 scale, so they're 7 inches tall, about 7 inches tall. So they won't fit in with your Mythic Legions, I don't believe, since those are all 6-inch. But they'll fit in with your McFarlanes, your NECAs. They'll fit in with everything.
With Diamond Select Toys, Lord of the Rings, especially.
Yes, yeah.
So a closer look also. I like also right here the texturing, those details. And the sculptor are the same also of the previous figure, yeah.
I believe so. I believe this one is May Thamtaran. I'm pretty sure. He might have just done the guards. This one might be the same sculptor as the original series, and I'm trying to think who did those.
Really cool. I love it.
Gentle Giant Studios might have worked on some of this one and possibly some of the others.
This is the full picture of the version with the helmet. Also, this other character has an helmeted head with the helmet. Pretty cool.
Yes, Sir Harold. Yeah, he's got his helmeted head too.
Remember me a little bit as a type of character. I like the king of the second movie of Lord of the Rings. What is the name? The father of Eowyn. What is the name?
Denethor?
King. No, he's a king that in the beginning was cursed by by the Saruman spell, and then become, I forgot the name of the king, as an old king with the, remember me at that character a little bit. I don't remember the name in the, however.
Yeah.
I
I,
tried to
I
do a reference, but I forgot the name. King
no, it's
Roll, King something like that. With the and speaking of Lord of the Rings, on this series, two brand new figures are coming pre-order. Series
yes,
9.
yes. Bilbo with the interchangeable arms and the removable jacket, and Toriel. Bilbo could be. I'm not sure if this is Bilbo specifically from The Hobbit, the first Hobbit when he appears at the beginning, or if this is from one of the other films. I'm pretty sure it's how he appears at the beginning of The Hobbit, and then Toriel from obviously the Hobbit trilogy, played by Evangeline Lilly.
Cool.
And she will come with a bunch of weapons. I think she's got a bow. She does have that quiver of arrows. I'm pretty sure she's got a bow and a couple of daggers. And then Bilbo comes with some other stuff like a book and his book and some other stuff. So there will be accessories. We try not to publicize too much the accessories in advance, just in case we have to cut some from production due to cost. But as we know more about what they're going to come with, we'll release pictures of the packaging and what's inside the packaging.
So can't wait also for this to figure. I'm a Tolkien fan. I'm a fan of your figures, Lord of the Rings and the Hobbits. I'm very happy that you start to touch also the Hobbit trilogy. Is really cool. Let's see the next Ethan. Oh, this is a statue, Maverick Gallery, Deadpool Wolverine, movie figure, more Wolverine, PVC statue, right?
Yes. Yeah, PVC. So it's about 1/8 scale, I want to say. Our statues are 1/7 and 1/6 resin statues. So this one's a little bit smaller. It's 1/8. Stands about 10 inches tall, I want to say. But yeah, this is him from Deadpool and Wolverine. And we have a Deadpool that's coming as well, where he's like balancing on one foot and swinging his sword, which is pretty cool too. So we will have a Deadpool to go with this one.
Also, it's a big deal because now this movie is pretty recent, so there is a good hype, a good interest in by the collector also.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely.
You did also. Now later we talk about also the figures. The select figures is a big deal, in my opinion, right now.
Yeah, it's we really need to. We are trying to step up the amount of Deadpool and Wolverine stuff we have available, just because it sells so well. And especially around the time of the movie, we sold out of pretty much everything that we had made and had in stock. So yeah, we're gonna have a couple more Deadpool pieces. We've got a Premier Collection statue we're working on. We're gonna do some mini mates, Deadpool mini mates, in the next couple of series. We got one more series this month, and then I think another one in a couple months, and then Deadpool. He's kind of a little bit further down the line, but he'll sell. He should sell pretty good. We're pretty confident in that one. Yeah, no, Wolverine. We've got the action figure, of course, and we've got
Deadpool. Yes, later I have the picture for the Marvel Select figure.
Okay.
I have also other picture of the. So this is the pre-order of this one, for example, is in both diamondselectors.com and the major retailers.
Yes. Yeah. And you can order it through your local comic shops too. Just go to comicshoplocator.com and you'll be able to place an order for it. If they allow ordering, they may want you to have like a reserve system in place. But definitely look to them if you're looking to order it.
Speaking of the devil, or speaking of the Deadpool, we have the Deadpool figure picture now. Great picture, great figure. We can see a closer look on the details. Tell me something about the schedule of this figure, the sculptor behind it, and everything.
Let's see. We are working on release dates for these. This should be out like spring, summer, along with the Wolverine, yeah, probably summer. We're running a little behind on some of our Marvel Selects. We've got a bunch we've got to ship. Archangel, Annihilus, War
Yeah.
Machine.
Speaking of, because just a minute, because when I did last week, I did an interview with Chris Dahlberg,
Yes.
and after following the interview, I got many requests. When will be shipped Archangel and Annihilus? A lot of requests. So now you
Yeah.
are the man to do the answer for
Oh,
everybody.
well, okay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what how soon, but they should be pretty soon. We're catching up on production, so I'm expecting we're going to be seeing them in the next couple of months. I know a lot of people have been waiting for them. I don't know, if they'll be right on top of each other, but they should be coming pretty soon. So those guys also, Walking Dead Series 2 is coming. Invincible Series 4 should be pretty soon. And Lord of the Rings Series 8 with Eowyn and the Witch King of Angmar. That
And
might be a little bit further
Uncle, also
down.
for the Muppets, Uncle
Yes,
Pepe.
Pepe and Uncle Deadly, and then Sweetums. Sweetums might be a little bit farther off, but Pepe and Uncle Deadly should ship pretty soon, I think.
So speaking of the Muppets, I have a complete collection of Muppet Select, so I need to put the question right now. We saw also tease was revealed the name of Leland and Lips. That's right.
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
He's
Yeah, sorry.
he's the one who throws the fish.
Yeah, New Zealand. Lips. No, Lips.
Yeah, lips from the band. Yeah, with the trumpet.
So,
Yes, those two are after Sweetums, and we're working on them. I think we'll hopefully be able to reveal pictures in the next month or two, maybe late February. I think we're looking into it now, whether we can finish them up in time for the late February catalog.
Hey, there's other planning for this year from Muppets, or
We
will
tend to
be
take them one at a time. It's really unusual that we have two sets that are in pre-order that have not shipped yet. Usually we ship one and then we design the next one and offer that one. But we're pretty confident that each one will sell through. So we may take a little break now just to get caught up. But if orders for Lips and Lou are strong, then I'm sure we'll go ahead and design the next couple. We've had conversations about what would come after Lips and Lou, whether we start getting deeper into Muppets character base, like small, more minor characters like your Beauregard the janitor, or Pops who works the back desk, or if we go to variants on main characters like
the newsman, the guy with the news.
Muppet Newsman would be great. If we're talking about big characters that haven't been done, I think maybe the Pigs in Space, Link Hogthrob, and Dr. Strange Pork are probably pretty big. They were in pretty much every episode for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, so was Pops, but I think Link and Strange Pork would be great. Whether we do another Piggy, I don't know. Piggy's not the strongest seller, but that's a possibility too. But there are other variant characters I'd like to see, like Veterinarian's Hospital, Ralph and Janice and Miss Piggy, and then Christmas Carol, Muppet Christmas Carol figures would be great. I know Palisades did a couple back in the day, but I'd love to see more. I'd love for us to make a 7-inch tall Michael Caine from the movie, because he does such a great job in that movie. It's such a great performance. It's like, doesn't even matter there's Muppets there. It's like a just for a regular movie, it's a great performance. And I'd love to see an action figure of him from that, but I don't know what the reality of something like that is.
Yes, there is a comments in the chat. Graham Tuttle says, "Go deeper into the Muppets. We need Newsman, Beauregard, Pops, Link, and Strange Pork." And speaking of Lord of the Rings, Darren says, "Big fan of Lord of the Ring line." But for the question, save the question for the last 10 minutes of the show. So go back.
We'll answer that one later, Darren. I'll answer that one later.
Yeah. I have also a picture of a lot of interchangeable hands for the Deadpool I see right now.
Yeah, we showed a lot of accessories for Deadpool. He's got the hands, he's got the gold pistols, he's got a couple of heads. I don't know if those heads are going to be exactly the right eye configuration, but we'll see. if it's going to be just one left, one right, or if we'll just do one squinty
Yeah,
eye. But
you have to be,
we'll see. There, hopefully, all this stuff will make it in. I don't think it'll be an issue. It's just when there's bigger parts that we have to look and see whether we can make what we want to make at the correct price point. I think these are still $30 figures, but starting with Hobgoblin, we've actually gone up a few dollars to 35 because he's going to come with a big base and some more accessories.
cool. So there is other accessories for the Deadpool.
Yeah.
2 guns, 2 katana. So a lot of accessories, different possibility to display. And now move on to his fellow, the Wolverine Marvel Select figure, another great figure. Do you remember the artist behind these 2 figures?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't have that in front of me right now, but let me see if I can look it up. It might be Gentle Giant Studios, but let me just double check.
Do you want a piano background music?
Oh gosh. EST previews December 2024. Let's see what that says. Marvel Select Deadpool, Wolverine, Deadpool. Paul Harding. I think Paul Harding did both of these. He's a great sculptor. I think he did both of them, Wolverine and Deadpool. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, Paul Harding.
Yeah, they are awesome.
Yeah, this one was a little tough to pose, and it looks like the picture's a little crooked, but the resin prototypes are always tough to pose. Our photographer is a great photographer. He shoots the statues really great, but working with resin action figures is never easy. So he does his best with the prototypes that he gets. But it looks like he's going to be superposable, so I think it'll be a lot of fun to play with.
Absolutely, really cool design. Also movie accurate, because I saw.
Yes, and it looks like I think we're going to have the interchangeable arms on this one as well. So
let's see if I have other picture for the accessory also for him. I'm not sure 100%. No.
I don't think we released any other accessory pictures, but I mean I think we're going to do interchangeable, clawed and non-clawed hands at the very least. I don't think we're doing an unmasked head, but I believe the sleeves and the hands are definite.
And now we move to the most recent picture reveal of the figure of a brand new Marvel Select figure that is coming is the Hobgoblin. Great figure.
We designed a few different heads for this guy. I don't know which ones we're going to include, except for I think we're definitely going to do the Roderick Kingsley head, the unmasked head, and I think he's going to be able to hold a mask. Yeah, there you go. So I think we're definitely going to include that head, but there may be another different Hobgoblin head or two. We'll have to see. But he'll come with at least that hand. I'm sure he'll come with a couple of pumpkin bombs, a couple different hands, and the big thing is that he comes with his glider, because you can't do Hobgoblin without the glider. So he's going to have a supported glider. It's on like a curve of rocket thrust, so he can balance on top of it.
Great piece. So I can wait for this one.
Yeah. And this is and of course Chris Dahlberg.
Chris Dahlberg, yes, because we talked about this figure also last week in the episode that I did with Chris. And do you know what is the schedule for this figure also?
This one we just solicited at the end of December. So this is going to be like a late summer release, I'm pretty sure. So don't look for this one until July, August, something like that. But hopefully we'll crank out the other ones that are in between, in between then and there. So that should give you a general time frame of when stuff will come out.
So to everybody, I see some question. Continue to put the question in the live chat, because in the last 10 minutes, our friend Zach will answer every question, everything.
As best I can.
Yeah. Yes, because something's still secret. So guys, that he can reveal something that will be revealed in the future. I think that everybody knows the rules. So now we talk about a little bit for some reissue of Muppets, because I saw some best of series. So
Yeah, we
guns
want
and
to keep the
thoughts.
Muppets in stock, just because they're great and people are still discovering the line with every new release. So we want to make sure the old figures are still available. Animal always sells out fastest. Animal sells out fastest, and then Statler and Waldorf because they come with the balcony.
Yeah.
It's a
I
good
have
deal. The figures with the balcony.
So guys, so these are in stock now. These Muppets figures.
I don't know if they're in stock yet, but they're. I don't know if I think we might currently be out, which is why we're soliciting them again in the catalog. So if you're interested in them, definitely pre-order them if they're up for order on the website that you use, or and that picture's not to scale. Obviously, that's a little bit off scale, but definitely pre-order them if you're interested in getting them, because they go pretty quick. Most of the Muppet figures.
Bunsen and Beaker. And by the way, guys, on this channel you can find review for all these figures. So if you think about I want this figure or not, you will watch the review and you will fall in love, because the Diamond Select Toys Muppet Select figure, about this awesome figure, I always can say that this is super cool. That's right. This line is super cool. I'm a big fan. I like. In my opinion, it's the best ever Muppets figure ever made.
Oh wow!
But there we go. Yes, Statler and Waldorf. I like also the piece that come with them, the diorama piece that the balcony is really cool.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of people know that the best of release, the deluxe figures in the window box, as opposed to the select figures in the big blister. Actually, it still comes with the balcony. We're making sure to update our websites to make sure that that's clear. But in case you don't know, then the Statler and Waldorf do come with the
So let's see.
balcony.
Let's see. I don't have the file in the stream on StreamYard, but I can search one of my Muppet stop motion. Let's see. Because I did different stop motion with the Muppets. Yeah, I did 9 stop motion video for the Muppets.
Wow.
So let's see which one. I want to share the episode with the two, the Statler and Waldorf, with the two old guys. Is about 60 seconds. So everybody can see how looks this beautiful balcony. Is super accurate from the show. The audio will be not perfect because is not in StreamYard, but I just share a Google page, so it's not the same quality of audio, but because as usual I'm super busy. It's also because I decide now to do that. So let's see, just one of my. I don't think you saw these one. Maybe not. I don't know.
I try to check them out every time I see them pop up on
Instagram. I put the link. Yeah. The audio. I'm sorry. I muted the video. Was an old stop motion because now I do also the voice of my stop motion, but the time was like a Charlie Chaplin style stop motion without no talking. However, you can play really well with this balcony. It's really cool. I create, for example, to display my Muppets collection. I create like a little theater set when I put some a couch or a mirror or a piano with the figures to create an atmosphere like a theater. No, in this in my toy room I have because there is for different light I have the right space. So there is the right. I have the space just for Muppets Select to recreate the atmosphere of the legendary Gene Henson creature. So we go back. By the way, Animal is super fan, and my last Muppets stop motion was with Animal. I want to share that one because that one was muted and it was without the voice. So let's share the last one that I did be with Animal because I think the last figure that I got from you was Animal. So
it's probably the last one I found, last one I tracked down.
Yeah. So it was really fun this one. Yeah. I want to share this one. It's a little bit longer with dialogue. I think is better than the previous one because at one point during my stop motion maker career, I decided to do also the voice of the character, and I think the version with Statler and Ward was a little bit older, probably something that I did around 2023. So this one is the most recent. So let's see this one for a minute. It's another way to promote the line because I think it's really accurate and really cool. So because now you can do the pre-order for this beautiful figure from Select Toys, enjoy the stop motion. So the title of this episode is Bela Lugosi versus the Muppets. So there is also a non-Diamond Select Toys figure for Bela, but they match really well because you remember in the Muppets show they included a real actor, a real VIP person or character with the Muppets. So I tried to do something similar also right here. So let's see. Maybe I think it's this like this. Maybe no. The right size. If I'm looking to find, but I think it can work. You can see because let's see. Just because if I reduce the size, become a mini player. I don't want to do a mini player. Let's see. Oh, like this, I think is better because you can see the full frame.
Sure.
Okay. Let's do it.
Come on, guys, we are ready for a new concert. A concert right here? Oh, interesting place. Where is the stage? Dr. Teeth, where is the stage? Concert, stage. Stage, concert, stage. Come on, guys, let's go inside to see our stage. There we go, guys. The door is open, guys. Come on. Take a look at this. Take a look at this father clock. The grandfather clock, actually. Yes. My grandfather has the same. Yes, also my grandfather. That's true. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Yes, it's nice, but I wanna see the stage right now. Go ahead, guys. Go ahead. And the stage is right here, baby. Let's see. Let's see the stage. Take a look at this room. Is the main room. The strange animal. Animal. Yes, strange animal. And also spider somewhere. Yes, the spider. Take a look. Yes, the spider. But what is that? Take a look at this room, guys. This is beautiful. We are ready to play a good music right here. Super cool. Yes. Animal. Take a look. Animal. What is in black and white? What is that? It's a Welcome to my mansion. You are my guest now. You are my meal. Stop! Was good. I can do better if you want. It's good, Bella. Thank you so much for your performance. I want to do a concert now.
So I think it's better this episode.
No, great job with the voices.
So I decided to do this because with the voice boy, I create a little bit more story than the previous, but the other was a little bit older. So let's go back with the full coverage. So like with this stop motion, we did also the full coverage of the all Muppets available now. So let's move for another things. This next item is we move on. We switch to another popular franchise, and we talk about the Star Wars franchise, and we talk about the Star Wars animated Clone Wars Mother Talzin bust. I don't know if Talzin is the right pronunciation, so I apologize. You know, I'm a
No, I
freaking
think that's right. I'll be honest. I love Star Wars. I love the movies. I've seen them all. I'm looking forward to seeing Skeleton Crew. I haven't watched it yet, but I haven't watched a lot of the animation, so I don't really know Clone Wars as well as the next person. But I know Mother Talzin is I guess a one of the Night Sisters on Dathomir. So she is it's a really cool sculpt and design. I love it. And this one is going to be another probably late summer release. This is 1/7 scale, so it's going to be a little less than 6 inches. Actually, with the different pieces, she might be around 6 inches tall, maybe a little shorter.
cool. I like also right here the paint job is super accurate. As I mentioned before, I think that with the bust and the statue, we go also in another level. Are not just collectible, are piece of art in some way, no? Because
Mhm.
you collect something that you can display in your living room, for example. Because
Yeah.
it's a piece of art. You can see the big effort behind this piece. Let's see what it. Oh, we can see also on the back. Really cool.
Yeah. No, it's definitely definitely a display piece for sure. I mean, it's
Absolutely.
you know,
I think because
I have all my busts in my living room myself.
me too. I'm not super familiar with this character, but I like the item itself because it's really cool. I like the design, the sculpt, the paints. You think the is really well done. You see the effort. And speaking of Star Wars Legends, 3D ESB Snow Trooper bust.
Yes, this is a snow trooper from Empire Strikes Back. This is a Legends in 3 Dimensions bust. So it's about scale. It's about 10 inches tall. I love the snow troopers. They're my favorite troopers from Star Wars. I just like the sort of blank expression on their face. We did a couple comic strips in Toy Fair magazine that were Twisted Toy Fair strips, and the Snow Trooper was always the sarcastic one. I really liked him. Yeah,
And
no,
actually,
I'm a big fan of this.
this is the last picture that I have, so now we can go random. About 7 minutes random, and then 10 minutes of Q&A with our great guest Zakot, and let's talk about something that I'm curious. Do you have? So you work for an awesome company that did awesome figure, especially my favorite Marvel Select, House of Dragon. I like also Rebel Moon stuff that you do, Lord of the Rings. So do you have also your own copy for each figures? Your personal collection?
Yeah, I try to get all the action figures just so I can have them to try out and play with and take some pictures for the internet and stuff like that. I like to post on my account, but I'll send pictures to the company if they need pictures of something specific, so they can share them. Yeah, no, that's pretty much the bulk of my collection is the Diamond Select toy stuff. So action figures. I have a bunch of galleries. I have a bunch of busts, but the action figures, I try to get one of everything, just so I can have them to take my own pictures.
Do you ever, for example, now my house become bigger because we bought another part of the rooms of the house, so it's about 15 room my house now. But Some of them still empty because we bought this we purchased this part of the building recently, so still empty. And but I have a specific room, a huge room that is big, like one floor. When I call it my toy room, when I display all my figures. Do you have a room to display your collection?
Like I said, I have a few shelves of statues in my living room, where the TV is and stuff. But so I got a Star Wars shelf, I got a Marvel shelf, I got a Harry Potter shelf. I have a bunch of old Harry Potter busts from Gentle Giant Limited, and then I have out on my porch. I have a place where I shoot pictures, and I keep a lot of my stuff, in different tubs and stuff. But for the most part, it's this office. I keep a lot of stuff up on my shelves. Can't really see them too well, but the latest thing I got that I put up on my shelf is the half-scale Indiana Jones, which I think came out really great. I love the base, the temple pillar with the whip coiled around it. Looks kind of like a snake.
Bust, yeah.
Oh, it actually turns into a snake now that I look at it. It's a
Let's
whip
see
that
if I
turns
can
into a
do the
snake.
theme of Indiana Jones. Just a live impromptu. So
Yeah,
I think because you, as a collector, I think you did a dream job because you can get this awesome stuff, also, and you can see behind the scene the creation of this project work with a sculptor. I think it's really cool that overall do something that you like every day is really cool. And what is your daily schedule? How many hours do you spend for your work, for your job?
I work 9 to 5, 8:30 to 5. And yeah, I try to take a little bit of time out in the day. Usually I'm writing press releases for different things. I help out. I write for DST and Gentle Giant, so whenever we're doing a special web release for Gentle Giant, I write something up. Whenever we're soliciting new items or something new is coming to the store, I write something up. I do some writing for Hakes Auctions, because they are a sister company, so I help them with press releases and things like that. But so that's what I work on most of the day. But also submit to different magazines. I'll put in requests for product for different reviewers like yourself, different toy photographers who I work with.
Like myself, the best.
Yes, you're the best to work with. Although I got to get the stuff over to Italy, which is doesn't always work out, as we know. Sometimes it takes a couple of tries. And yeah, that's I'll take a break during the day to go check out the message boards. I'll go to the Foosh, I'll go to Minimate Multiverse, I'll go to the Technodrome if I ever have anything Ninja Turtles to promote. There's an AEW WrestleFigures.com, WrestleFigs. I forget, there's an AEW forum there. Statue Forum is another one that I go to. And there's a couple of Facebook groups that I post to as well. One about Marvel Select and one about Minimates. So I'm kind of all over the place on the internet at various times during the day. But for the most part, I'm doing writing for the most part.
When you have a free time, you have some hobby. What do you do? How you spend your free time?
I try to read. I have a mystery book I'm working on now. I just finished one of the books in the Jim Butcher Harry Dresden Files series, where he's a magician, not a magician, a sorcerer who lives in Chicago. But I just started a book by a friend of mine named Alex Segura called Alter Ego, which is about a crime mystery in the world of comic books, which should be pretty cool. I read his previous one, which was called oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name of it, but it's sort of a sequel, unofficial sequel to his last one. And but I'll do a lot of toy photography out on my porch. I have a photo set up there where I take pictures of things. A lot of Diamond Select stuff, but some Hasbro stuff, some McFarlane stuff when I get it. And I'm working on a book of toy photography that I'm writing right now.
Cool.
and I've been editing all the pictures and for it, and I'm gonna try to self-publish it through Amazon. We'll see how that goes.
Ah, cool. Finger crossed.
Yeah.
And now it's time for the question from the chat. Let's see every question. Oh, a question. I don't think that you can answer this question because, however, we put the question from Darren says, what can we expect after Bilbo and Toriel?
Eventually, and I think it's going to be another couple series before you get to him, but we're going to release White Gandalf the White, which we showed off a while back, but then we had to split Merry and Pippin into 2 releases, so we bumped back Gandalf the White a little bit. So he'll come out eventually, but the next series after Toriel and Bilbo is going to be, I believe it's going to be a female character from the Lord of the Rings trilogy, who we have not made. And it will be a new costume for a male character from the original trilogy that we have made. We've made the character, we haven't made the costume. So it should be I think people will like it. I think it's a costume variant people will want, and I think the female character is one people will want as well. I've seen pictures of them; they look great, and I'm not sure when we're going to solicit them. We just solicited Bilbo and Toriel last month or the month before. Yeah, last month we just looked at pictures of them. So I think it's gonna be a little while before we solicit the next 2, but they are in the works or already finished. But we just don't want to solicit them all one after another. We want to give them a little bit of space.
I saw also that will be available again the Invisible Frodo.
Yes, we're gonna reissue it. We're reissuing Invisible Frodo in a box, in a blister card, not a blister card, a window box. So he will be with a flap. It's got a door. It's the sign of the prancing pony. So it's got the sign of the tavern on the front, and it's got a cool box design. And that is that should be coming out pretty soon. I think that one was probably going to be the next release, probably before Eowyn and Witch King. So
cool.
We'll see that one pretty soon, I think.
So let's see other question from KSM Kyle. Hi there, big fan of the Cobra K Select. You've done in the past. Any chance of seeing any more release? Mike Burns, perhaps?
I think that we're done with that line, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure we're done. It's anything's possible, but I don't know of any that are in the works right now. But I'm a little hazy on whether Series 5 has aired yet. I think it aired. I don't think we're going to see any more, but maybe in the future that might happen.
Okay, a question by Rick Jones. Any new Godzilla toys to look forward to?
Yes. I don't know. Well, it depends on whether you call them toys. We're going to do more gallery dioramas, I believe. We did a couple pairs where it was Rodan and Godzilla from the poster Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 2, I think. And then it was Godzilla and King Ghidorah versus from Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, I'm pretty sure. And then we're going to work on another pair. So it'll be Godzilla versus another kaiju. Two gallery dioramas. We've already solicited the gallery diorama of Godzilla from the cartoon, and we solicited the 2 MonsterVerse pieces, Godzilla and Kong. And we did a couple Legends in 3D that are going to be coming out pretty soon, Godzilla and Mechagodzilla from 1974. But I think we also found some unmade Godzilla Vinimates, which are 4-inch vinyl figures, and I think we're going to try to get those out as well, because they're a lot of fun, and they work well with your Minimates if you have like Minimates and you have a big Vinimate Godzilla behind them. So I'm pretty sure we're going to try to get those out. I don't know about more Minimates, but that would be cool too. There's a lot of characters we didn't do for Minimates.
Next question from Graham Tuttle. Would you make more modern Muppets like Walter and Bobo? He says, I prefer the classic characters, but I definitely buy those 2. He says that he will like Michael Caine if will be release.
Yeah, I'd love a Michael Caine. Walter and Bobo, I would definitely love to do. I think that's another question of whether those would be, as popular as new versions of older characters. I'd love to make it, all about all new characters, but we do have to think about sales. So Walter and Bobo would be a great 2-pack. And I think we've talked about them, but I don't know how high on the list they are. But the more I think about it, the higher I want them up there, because I do like the new Muppet movies, and I love Bobo. He's great in everything. He's hilarious.
I have a question related. When you, for example, for Muppets, you have a meeting and you talk about possible character, how works? There is a votation later, how works? When the post, everybody says, this one can sell better, another member of the staff, this one can sell better. How is this behind the scene decision? How works?
I talked to the president, specifically for Muppets. It's kind of the president and I, and Dev Gilmore, who's the production manager. Not production manager. He's the director of product development for the company. So the three of us kind of trade back and forth emails about Muppets specifically. But depending on the line, it's different people. So one person may be more of an expert on another thing, and they'll talk with the president about that. I talk to people who are fans of Marvel Select, so I look and see what people are asking for, and I talk to Robert Yee, who is another product manager on the product manager on Marvel Select, and we talk about who would be best to do. We usually have a list that we send to Chuck. And Chuck's a big Marvel fan, so he makes the final decisions, but he makes the final call, but it's based on suggestions from myself and Robert and others.
Okay.
So no in-person meetings, because we're not all in the same place. Robert's in New York City. I'm north of New York. Dev is in I think Ohio, and then Chuck's in Baltimore. So a lot of email.
Person will be a little bit difficult. Maybe in a Zoom call.
Yeah, we don't do a ton of Zoom calls. We do some calls every week. We do a call on the phone, a conference call where we all talk about what's going on that week with us. So.
Okay, let's see. Other question from Graham. I think you already answered that. However, Daddy and Pepe will be how this month?
I'm not sure if they'll be out this month, but they'll be next. So hopefully this month or next month. Yeah.
Okay, from Michael Orozco. Can we get more big, bulky Marvel Select figures, character like Z?
He gives a list in the next post. Kingpin, Sentinel. I think Kingpin is probably a tough one because he's kind of just a civilian character, and there's been a lot of Kingpin figures, but it might be cool. Sentinel, I think we've said no to. Galactus, we wouldn't be able to do him big enough. Omega Red's a possibility. I don't know how much he's been used lately. He was great in the 90s when he first appeared. He was very big debut, but Joe Fixit is one I've always wanted to do. I don't think we're going to do another Hulk. We just did that Savage Hulk or Immortal Hulk it was, and then we did the Red Hulk. Man-Thing would be great. We'd do a really great job with it, I think. But none of those are planned right this very minute. I'm not sure what we have planned after Hobgoblin. Actually, yes, I do know what we have planned after Hobgoblin, which is another big hero that we've done before. We're going to do him in a new costume and a new articulation and stuff like that. And then after that, I'm not sure. We've got a couple different possibilities in the works, but we do want to do more MCU figures. So I think we have some MCU figures in the pipeline after that.
Awesome. And the last one by Rick Jones asks, any interest in the Micronauts property because Hasbro is letting other companies to do it now?
I'm not aware of any interest in doing Micronauts. I wasn't entirely sure that Hasbro owned Micronauts, but if they do, that's
I really don't know because I'm not super familiar with Micronauts. I only know that Super 7 revealed recently the reaction figure, but
Yeah, the reaction
I'm not
ones.
familiar with Micronauts, so I really
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, they look cool. It's cool that they're doing the O-ring and like superposable versions of the characters as opposed to the 5 points characters. At least that's what I interpreted that announcement as being. They said O-rings, so I'm assuming they have like elbows and
Yeah,
knees and stuff like that, which would be great. I think it's cool they're doing Baron Karza and Biotron in that smaller scale so that it fits with the other Micronauts and it's not just a bigger character. But I'm not aware of any plans for us to do Micronauts. We work with Hasbro on a lot of different stuff. G.I. Joe, we're going to do more G.I. Joe mini-mates.
cool.
We're going to try to align them, I think, a little closer to the Skybound comics, which are very popular right now, as opposed to the classic cartoon. But hopefully there'll be enough overlap that people will be interested in expanding their collection. So, but not Micronauts. And honestly, with no media tie-in, I'm not even sure if there is a Micronauts comic right now. But without a media tie-in, it's a tough sell to do Micronauts.
Absolutely. So, last question by me. AW stuff, new statue are coming or mini-mates in the future?
Yes. Minimates, we haven't solicited Series 4 yet. I don't think with who's in that? Tony Storm, Timeless Tony Storm, Will Ospreay, MJF, and oh gosh, he was champion for a little while. I'm forgetting the fourth character, but we do have that set that I think we haven't offered yet. And then and then we've got a new gallery diorama coming out of Britt Baker, which is I think being painted right now. So once it's painted, we'll offer it in previews and we'll do pre-orders for it. I think we're still waiting to ship Bryan Danielson, and was there one after that? Bryan Danielson and Danhausen. So once those two ship, then we'll have Britt Baker. Bryan Danielson should be soon. Danhausen might be spring, but they both came out really great. I'm lucky enough to have a Bryan Danielson now. I think. No, maybe I brought it to the show. I don't think I have it anymore, but I had it for a little while. I took some pictures of it. It was really cool.
Cool. Graham Tuttle asked another question. Would you do a punch-out line? The design seems pretty different from your other lines, but I think it'd be cool.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out? Is there a new Punch-Out? Because if you mean the classic video game, I think that might be a tough sell. The classic video game. I guess it's pretty recognizable. There's a lot of interesting international characters in that line. I don't want to say they're stereotypical, but I guess some of them are. But it would be cool, and nobody's done that before, huh? That'd be pretty neat. I'm sure we could think of other classic video games. The classic game. Okay, thank you, Graham. If we were doing classic video game characters, I would want to do Rampage, do the White Monkey, do the Godzilla type character, do the werewolf type character. I think those would be awesome, and we could have them come with buildings to smash. I think it would be really neat. But that's just one man's opinion. Punch-Out would be interesting, and I don't know what the licensing like that is for, or who even owns the license for it. I guess maybe Nintendo. So anything's possible, but no plans right now this very minute.
Awesome. So, guys, thank you so much to put your question, to watch the show. And don't forget, immediately after the show, go to diamondselectoy.com on your favorite retailer to do your pre-order for the awesome Marvel Select new figures that are coming, Star Wars, collectibles, and more, guys. Don't forget that. And thank you so much, Zach. But I have also the outro for you on piano. And also, guys, remember, 2 weeks from today on this channel at 9 p.m. Eastern, I will do a special episode of my show with WWE WWF legend Mario Mancini. That is the guy that worked in the WWE when it was called WWF from 1984 to 1991. He was the guy that worked with Undertaker in his debut match, with King Kong Bundy in his debut match, with Greg Denver Valentine, Demolition, many other legends of the 80s. And he's a guy that has a lot of story for every wrestler of the golden era. So it will be really interesting. It will be on this channel 2 weeks from today. And stay tuned for other possible episodes with the other guests because more is coming on the channel. But now, a larger view because it's time to go to the piano for my outro for my dear friend Zakot. Thank you, Zach, as usual, was awesome. Have a conversation with you, talk about awesome figures and more. So everyone now, go right now after the show and do your pre-order to support the line. Your Marvel Select figure, Lord of the Rings, Muppets and more, House of the Dragon. So thank you, Zach. So thank you again, my friend. You are like it's like your home. This show is for your mom now. So before to say goodbye to everybody, take a look at this short, funny video, and see you in 2 weeks with Mario Mancini, wrestling superstar for WWE. And stay tuned for more show and more news and more reviews and more and more. Thanks for watching, my friends. And please smash that button, my friends. Please smash and subscribe. Help this channel to go to 100k subscribers, my friends. This is my dream. Please give me your love, guys. But also, guys, like, leave a comment, and share this video with your friends, guys. But also, my friends, consider become a patron to choose the next content of the channel. And also, my friends, become a member to be my guest in my show. That's right. And now you can see this video, or maybe this other video, or maybe another interview, reviews, unboxing, stop motion, tutorial, and more for you guys. So thanks for watching. Thank you so much. And subscribe, my friends. And so long, everybody. So long, my friends.